minute, there's more. How's it going, everyone? Today we need to get a Super Nintendo put together. Just sold the one I had down at the outdoor market, so I need to get another one put together. And this is, what do we have? Well, there's one sitting, there's one, yeah, you can see that one sitting down there too on the floor. And we got that one down there too if we need parts. And plus I have, I think there's a box of 6 or 7 more out in the warehouse. But there should be enough stuff here, including that one down there, to get a good one going. Most of these, some of them are black screened, but I threw this one up on here because this is a good board. I just swiped parts off of it for another one to put together because for starters I had to swipe the power connector out of it because mine haven't come in yet. They've been kind of elusive on my wholesale site that I use, which is Video Game Advantage. They're out of New Jersey. That's no affiliation, no promotion, no nothing. That's who I use for most of my parts, controllers, cords, and some repair parts. Other repair parts I have to go elsewhere because they don't have them, and there's sometimes I run into some weird crap that I need and they don't carry it. Like, well, I think if I can find it, I have a Sega CD coming up that we need to work on and get going because I have somebody that's looking for one, and I have one. And I know it's all tore apart and in rough condition, so we're gonna have to see if we can't get that one going, but that's another video. Okay, anyway, we need to concentrate on getting us a Super NES going. So like I said, I think I have enough parts here for us to put a complete one together. Why I grabbed that one, like I said, that I know that board is a good board. I know that one boots. But you know, it's, you know, we're a little rusty in here. It needs cleaned up, and so it shouldn't be too hard. I think this nasty one here, sitting up here, that yellowed thing, is, I think that has a good power connector in it, and this is a black. This is, yeah. See, we got another good one. And so we need that one. We need the power connector out of that one, and whatever else we may need, some other stuff out of it, some screws or something. Case wise, I have a really nice case, which is this one here. You know, that case, that's a nice case, but it looks like little Johnny spilt his whole bottle or can of pop in that one. So we got to get that cleaned up, and that'll give us a good case. A good need controller connectors, you know, it's all here. We need a good set that's not all yellowed and disgusting. So I'm going to get you spun around here, and we're going to get started on getting a Super NES put together out of a pile. Okay, let's get some of this crap out of the way. See, that case will be the last thing we need. Need that. That one. Ooh, that's kind of nasty looking. A couple on-off switches. Ew. how is this? See, this case is really yellowed. Same with the controller ports. I really don't want to have to use those. Hopefully. We can look for something better later. Right at the moment, we need the power back. Take some screws. Yep. Good, at least we got all of that. I'm not even going to worry about putting anything down under this one. Yeah, that's I picked these Super Nintendos up. I don't care what shape they're in. I grab them whenever I can at the sale or at the flea market or whatever. Like I said, I don't care what kind of shape they're in, because there's always stuff on them that you need. Most of the time I have the new power port, but it just so happens right now that they're on back order and I'm waiting for them, so we're gonna have to just tear a junker down so we can get one. Neat. All stuck together and rough. Dust bunnies and all. Okay, what do I need? Need a Phillips. Those normally clean up pretty good. Most of the time it doesn't matter how they look. Let's get our connector unscrewed. This one even smells funky inside. A lot of really good games for the Super. I like it, but you know, I have other ones that I like better. Those are nasty looking too. I'm gonna have to set them off to the side as well. Pull him off of there. Another plate. Another game pin. Connector. Throw him over there. Okay. Oh, the other thing we need is that little fuse. Right there. For our good board, let's see if that one's any good. So while we're thinking of it, let's go ahead and get him removed. Tip's dirty. Give me that. And since we only have two, there's no sense in bringing the desolderer over. We can just clean up as much as we can with the little sucker pump here. Had a wad of solder in it. Still do. Come on. Like I said, we'll get as much as we can. With that. And then we will switch it over to some desoldering wick. Goober that up. A little warm on the fingers. See if I got that off enough. Yep. So we need to. There we go. Might have a couple good chips on this one. That one off to the side. Okay, let me take a minute to go clean this up so we can put it in our new board. Alright, that looks a lot better. Okay, now we'll get this put in. This weekend coming up is Labor Day weekend, and that's the last big weekend of the summer for down there. A little bit more. Come on. There we go. Yep, last big weekend of the summer. Then I'm gonna have more time for some other things that I want to do. I didn't even get over to the store this week to do a thing because I have so much to get ready for this weekend. Now, dirty again. This one, even though these are both the same, I have two stations like this, and this one I just cannot seem to get the soldering tip seasoned. What I mean by seasoned is it always, all you have to do is pull it out and sponge it and it cleans it up. Now my other one, just same thing. That one, it got nice and seasoned, and all I have, like I said, all I have to do is pull it out, sponge it, and it cleans it right off. This one always seems to want to have carbon on the end of it, and the sponge won't take it off. I've been meaning to get one of those, instead of the sponge, one of those scratchy cleaners that you stuff it in and pull it out, and it cleans off that carbon. But I just have not had the time. Well, I had the time, just always forget. I remember when I'm soldering with this one. That's when I always seem to remember. Nope. You don't go way over there. Go right in the middle. You're right there. Now we're that far along, we can actually hook it up and try it out. Let's see, let's get the TV on. Got the power. Let's see, I have a new AV here. Let me back you up. You can pick up your head a little bit too now. You don't have to stare at the ground too much. Trash. These bulk ones I get, they are nice. They are the long ones. I think these are the 6-footers. I buy them in bulk because there's no reason for me to have packaging with them with a lot of these, because I use them up when I'm putting the systems together. You know, this one works on the Super NES, GameCube, and N64. Cool. That's half the battle. Rest of it now is just finding good pieces parts that'll clean up. Let's see, that one we already looked at. Yeah, that one's nasty. Do I have... Aha! That one's not too bad, the one that was in that puke, or soda pop, or whatever the hell. A little yellowed, but it'll clean up, look good. Okay, that and that. What else do we have in our puke case? Ooh, that one's nasty. That got all rusty. So you need to clean that. Okay, I'm going to go spend some time and let me see. Yeah, that'll clean up. I'm going to go spend some time, let this run. I'm going to spend some time, get all this crap cleaned up so we can get this put together and hopefully get her finished up here shortly. Now we got our board working, and I went and cleaned up our housing. Where am I going to put that? I'm going to put that over there. But the top I had to tear completely down because every time I'd clean it, that black, I still think it's pop, kept bleeding out from under everything. So I had to take it completely apart so we could get underneath, get everything clean. So now let's put it back together. That little piece slides right down on there. And we have our other one. This one actually has clips on it. So if you have to take one apart, just kind of reverse what I'm doing here. Let's see. What do we want to do? Power and reset. See if I can remember where these go, which ones go where. That's the only place that one can go, because it's got a notch. And I think that one was like that. Nope. Like that. Let's see. No. That one goes around like that. Yeah. Okay. Like it keeps falling apart. I'm trying to put it together. I think once we get our switches, our power switch just kind of clips in place. It has 4 little tabs. That'll help hold that in. There's 4 little tabs, clips, that hold that up in there. Okay, now how did we say that went? Like that? Yeah. See, your spring hooks onto that little hook right there, so you have to make sure it's in the right place. Get our Alright, now we need our cartridge door. Little spring right there, and it slides right up into that little notch. Do I have a we'll use this. Slides right up into that little notch there. And we'll just kind of squish him down, and so now we're ready for our last piece, and then we can start putting screws in it. And there's 7 screws that we have to put in. And it looks like I have company. So I'm gonna have to stop and then bring you back after my company leaves. I have a minute or so before they come in. So let's see if I can get this all screwed back down. Oh, sounds like they're unloading something. That's always fun. You like? I like. Okay? Okay. Company's gone. Alright, where were we? I think now we need to get our board, our game board put in. Let's see, we need that little guy. Slide our board down in. Ew. Yeah, I need to clean this up first before we get this all put back together. What I'm going to do is, you can see, even though this board was working, we got some rust stains in it. And on our main connector here too we do. So I'm going to have to get that cleaned up. Let's see, what's our best bet to clean those up? I think we will. Let's try a little alcohol. Let's see if we can get those cleaned up. Let's see, I don't want to contaminate my alcohol. So I'm going to put a little bit in the lid. That way we can see if we can get some of that rust stain off of it. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that's going to work for us. Most of the Super NES cartridges don't use these outer ends, so I'm not sure. There must be some. Yeah, there is. I know some of the really expensive games. The game circuit board has two little tabs on it with contacts that actually contact these ones out here. It's not too bad. Not really worried too much about the exterior here. There's nothing connects on it yet. Hello. Let's see if we can clean them up a little bit more. There's a cotton bud on a stick. Get some of that rust clean out of there. It's rusty water. That's what it was. Nothing. They're not rusted. Something got spilt down in the game connector, and this little plate here that clips down is an RF. I'm going to call it an RF. Kind of more of an interference plate. Something got dumped down the game slot, and then this rusted and left a stain and left some rust down on our pin connector. There, that's better. I got to get rid of this alcohol. Where's my rag? There it is. Dump it on my rag. Just a little bit in there. Like I said, I didn't want to stick anything down in my alcohol and contaminate it. And, oop, and I see my little spring sitting over there that we need to put on our top piece too. I got the reset But what I'm going to do here is we are going to get a couple screws in. And we'll try our board again. It was already sitting in there, so I figured I might as well just put a couple screws in it, and if everything's okay, then we can put everything back together. Get a power switch. It's a Mario. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Alright, before we put all them screws in, let's get that little spring on. Make a little room here so you can see what spring I am talking about. This is for the reset switch. You can see, let me get a poker. You can see it hooks on here, and this is the actual switch on the outside, or lever switch. And all we're going to do is let's see if we can't get this hooked. Come on. Hook it there. Come on, little spring, cooperate. There. And that should be good. Now let's get you backed up again. You don't need to be that close and personal. Now we can finish getting all of our screws put in. I'll go ahead and fast forward, I guess. there we go. I'll let that burn in for a while and make sure everything's okay, and round up a controller for it. And we have the AV cord, power supply, console. The only thing we're lacking is a decent controller, and let me see what I can round up for that. You can see she's up and running, and like I said, I'll let that sit there and burn in for a while, make sure it's going to be alright, and get some of this crap cleaned up off of my bench too. Now I have a good controller here that works, but we got our cord kind of had a bit of a blowout. So I don't remember if these have if the wires are soldered right in to the board, or if they have a plug on them. So let's pull it apart and find out. And if it's just soldered on, we can fix it. If it's a plug on, let's see. Nope, it's got a plug. Oh, I don't have another. Oh, come on. I know you come off of there. There we go. Okay, now what can we do here to fix this? You know, we can cut our cord off here and here and solder that on with some, and put some heat shrink on it, and then tuck everything back in there, and that'll get rid of this. Looks like somebody chewed on that. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Let's go ahead and fix this one, since this is branded. Do we want that much? Or we want a little bit more? Let's go with a little bit more to start. We can always shorten it up. Okay, and here we want as much cord as possible. We only want to, nip out a small area. So we want as much cord as possible to save. Oh shit. Just cut that brown one. Damn it. Excuse my language. I screwed up. Okay, well, it's going to be just a little bit shorter. Let's somebody screwed up. So let's peel him back just enough. We can get on those wires. It went a little bit more than that. I mean, we're only going to be losing about 6 inches of cord. And I don't think anybody's going to notice that. There we go. Now, we're going to have he'll go in there. We have to do the little thing. I think we'll have enough room in there to hide everything and get it. You may want to shorten this up just a little bit more. But we also want to have enough room on it so we can slide our heat shrink down on it and not hit it with our soldering gun and end up melting it, shrinking it before we need to. Let's see, I'm gonna have to go gather up some stuff. I need, what do we need? I need some heat shrink. Need my little helping hands. Solder, everything's sitting here, so yep. Let me go round up a few things and we'll get started. Okay, got my little 3rd and 4th hand. And what we're gonna do is, so we don't have to put a whole lot of pressure on these wires, is we're gonna strip them all ahead of time. You know, I try and use, I like to use the branded controllers, whatever I can. You know, there's nothing wrong with this controller. We probably could have fixed that and just kind of put a piece of tape on it and been done. But I don't like tape on control wires. I'd rather have everything looking neat. You know, even, it's okay if you have to repair them, as long as nobody sees the repair. Unless, you know, unless you're doing it for yourself, then, you know, and you don't care if somebody sees it's been repaired. That's fine. But when I'm reselling, I want everything to look good. That way you get top dollar out of your crap. But like I said, if it was, even if it was mine, I'd still have to fix it, because I don't know. I guess you could call it anal about it that way. Okay, let's see, we got a couple long ones. Them trimmed up. Those look good. And those look good. Now, what I'm going to do beforehand is I am going to, I'll get it down, is I'm going to flux up my wires. Okay, get a little flux there. Take a look at these. Got a couple of them that are a little too long. We'll clean that up. Okay, now what we need to do is we got to put some shrink tube on them. Should have put it on before we see how much we're going to need. I think we cut our tube in about thirds. That'll work pretty good for us. I'm going to start on the end here. I'll do one of these, and just to kind of give you an idea what I'm doing to fix it. And then I'll go ahead and do the rest of them. Okay, now, do we want to, excuse me, do we want to twist and solder, or do we want to just put them together and solder? What do you think we should do? Get him in there. We should twist it, or should we just lie it right up on the other one? Like it would help if you got a little closer, Todd. And now it sounds like I have a delivery. Okay, I'm going to cut you off again. Okay, let me get the carbon cleaned off that tip. Okay, I'll take our soldering gun, our iron, find the end of our slobber, and what I want to do is I'm just going to get some on the tip and just touch it like so. that's one. And then we'll pull up our heat shrink. I'll wait till I have it all done, and then we'll shrink them down. Okay, that's one down, and we got 4 more to go. So I'll keep working at this. Yeah, it took a little time and got everything cleaned up. And now we need to get our controller put all back together. That's not right. Get out of there. Let's see, what we got? A, B, and A. B, A? B, B, A. Oh, B, A. Okay. Got purple. Yeah, it used to be, had some color to it. There. Nope. How about there? Nope. That's not it either. Well, yet the hay. Huh. How about there? Okay, X and Y. X and Y? Why? Because we love you. Okay, let's see how that one goes up top. That's fun. There. And our little pad. Like so. D button, or D pad. There's a little, come on, get on there right. Start and select. Perfect. Okay, what do we got? That is right button. And you slide right down in there. And nope, should be, it's going to be back asswards because we're upside down. So the right goes over here. So when you flip it over, it'll be over here. Something like that. Slides right down in there. Good. Okay, our wire's all fixed up. Let's see. Okay, it's got a slide underneath as well, and there's a little key on the bottom. So it will slide in like that. Now we have to do a little creative designing here. To get everything in. Oh, you're getting a hole. Clean the fuzz off the end of the screws. Got all the hand gunk off the controller. Nowadays you're gonna sell used stuff, you better make sure it's clean. Just because of what's going on. Everybody's scared of getting something, and I don't mean something good. They see something dirty and they're like you just turn the lights on in a kitchen and all the cockroaches are running. So if you're reselling, make sure everything is clean. Get rid of some of these tools. Get rid of a couple of them, so I'm not knocking everything on the floor. V, power, pick you up a little bit. Okay, check everything out here. Yep, A, B. I like the original controller better for these. Okay. All right, let me, I just got to clean the end of my plug here, and then we'll come back and finish up. And okay, folks, now see what we ended up with. Now we haven't started with a pile of crap and just a few pieces, parts, and I know this one wasn't very hard to do because of it being you know, we had a good board and we just needed to swipe some parts off of some crap boards and put this board together and get that board up and running again. And like I said, I knew that board was good. That's why we started with it. And I knew I had a decent case. Just that it looked like somebody had spilled a can of pop or something in it. But it all cleaned up nice. Controller. We did a little work on the controller cord and got that all straightened around. So now it looks good. We brand new AV cord for it. Brand new old school power supply. Like I said, the originals are very far and few between, and I've used up all my branded AV cords, so I bought a box of 6-footers in bulk because I'll be doing a lot of these Nintendo games. Like I said, this AV cord runs the 64, the Super NES, and the GameCube. And we got everything going. So I hope you like this type of video. If you do, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment that you like this style of content where I'm working on game systems. We have one more that if we find another good board. That one was good at one time. That console is a little yellowed, but not as bad as some of them I have. So we may end up putting that one together too. I really can't tell you how much I have into this because these I get wholesale. This I get wholesale. I had the controller that I bought years ago, probably for $2, and the consoles usually I spend like $5 a piece on them if they're just a console. Don't care what kind of condition there is because there's always stuff on them I can use. But when I put it out for sale, it'll be $75 for that system. So until next time, you got it. See ya.